Welcome everybody to the I was gonna try and do it really fast, like a goddamn, like, hey, like one of those auction people, but I couldn't do it. All right, welcome everybody to the Slasher Smash podcast. I am John. Joined with me always is Tiffany and Matt.
Hi.
Matt has a sword, and
yes.
Matt's ready to currently placing shit up.
I'm placing a bet with myself as to how long you actually hold it on your shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I got it right, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Set a timer, or at least
Tiff,
look at
make
your...
a mental note of what you guessed.
Okay.
I feel like you're thinking way too much on this.
I just wanted to stop and pause for dramatic effect.
Leave it to the only woman on the podcast to be dramatic.
Yeah.
It's my
drama.
job. It's my job.
All right.
Now you bitches are just go along with this shit. I gotta bring the drama.
My God, I was going to say, how are you guys? And we can do the small talk portion of this.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about that.
They're not here for our feelings, John.
They might be. People might tune in to see how we're doing.
They don't care.
We are sad individuals. We are sad, sad people.
Hey, I'm moving. And then when I come back to episode 3 and watch this, I can go, oh, I remember that. Remember moving and then filming a podcast with these two idiots?
John has a chicken wing left over in his beard from 2 weeks ago.
No, there's not. Shut up. You're a chicken wing. All right, Tiffany, you dirty secretary hooker, how are you doing?
You can't bring the joke a second time. It's just not as funny.
Yeah, but they didn't hear me
It's
the
still
first
funny.
time. I will edit it out, and now you look like the crazy one.
Yeah.
Sweet. I mean, it matches.
There's no timed state of events here, Tiff. It's all can be changed.
That's
and
true.
Altered.
I am God
you have
right
no
now.
real life.
Oh, that's a given. That's not even in question.
So good? Bad? Yeah? You don't want to... We'll just move on? We'll just move on. You want to move on?
Okay, we're moving on.
All right,
what are we moving on to?
Matt, He-Man, Master of the Universe, how are you doing?
I am doing fucking fantastic. I need to have more drinks, though.
Yeah, me too. This kind of sucks. I've officially moved all of my booze over to the other place.
Well, that
why
was
the
stupid.
fuck would you do that?
So now I'm drinking water. So...
Again, stupid.
I know, I should have bought beer just to have on this podcast, to loosen up the old muscles, but I didn't. So here we are. All right, well, Matt, what movie are we talking about today?
We are talking about Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Do you maybe want to do the intro? Do you want to just kind of sing?
Oh, you want me to sing?
I want you to sing.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Yeah.
I hope your mic just fucking cut you off when you and I pitched there.
They could have.
No. Do you think this movie would have been good if it was just called Killer Klowns?
No.
Because I just read something on that a little bit ago about how it was originally going to be called just Killer Klowns, but they wanted it to stand out.
I agree. I think that's important. I think that it's just, it makes it so plainly obvious what that is and what you're expecting. It's kind of like Snakes on a fucking plane, right?
It should have been called Snakes on a Motherfucking Plane.
Oh, man, that would have been good, yeah.
It should have been.
Yeah.
But that would never sell on the shelves, so.
Maybe not to you, but to me it would have.
Sales do not revolve around you, John.
I think they have that in the back section. It's just a fucking porno with a bunch of heavily long dudes on a plane.
I'd also watch it. I'm not going to deny who I am.
That's fine. That's fine. You be you.
I'll be me. So what'd you guys think of this movie?
I love this movie, so I can't really judge. Like, I'm obviously, my opinion's skewed.
Matt is slightly biased.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think that this is a cult classic movie. I absolutely love it. Though I do want to use my time then, since I'm not going to really go into detail as to how much I love it, because I absolutely do, to state that I am no longer treating The Intruder as just a random one-night stand. I agree with that statement from back earlier, what we talked about, that The Intruder is an amazing fucking movie, and I would definitely watch it again.
I've actually thought about it since we finished watching it. Like, I've had urges to watch it again. I was
she's been in my thoughts, in my dreams, and she's good.
Don't lie to us. You're dreaming about the assistant manager.
The assistant manager? I don't know that.
The killer.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's hilarious.
Don't forget he's got a severed head in one hand and a sandwich in the other.
That's the hilarious
That's
part.
the funny story.
And
that is
the fact
good.
that pegboard is fucking indestructible. But anyways, we're getting off topic.
This is not even the movie we watched recently.
But
That's
it was
true.
such a good one.
It was good.
It was very
But
good.
still, I absolutely love Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I think that it's going to make a fantastic fucking game, which I don't know if it's out or not. I don't know when that's coming out. I'd have to double check.
I'll look that up while you talk about it.
I think that just all the aspects, and it's crazy when you think about this was, back in the 80s, I think this was made?
88, I believe.
Was it 88?
Yeah, same as me. Wow, okay.
We discussed this, Matt.
It's been too fucking long, I can't remember.
I know,
but
that's fair.
Yet somehow they created the perfect movie to have tons of attributes for a video game.
Yeah,
True.
I agree with that.
Like, I don't know how, that's almost eerie.
Tiffany, what were your thoughts on it? Just curious.
I was thoroughly shocked at, like, the clowns themselves almost had, like, this cheesiness to them, but it still kept the horror aspect. They were still creepy at certain points where it's like, no. So I thought it was very good. I feel like I really want to have my friend watch this because she hates clowns, and this would be just funny. But I don't know. I liked that because we've been watching all these cheesy movies, and some of them are like, oh my god, so bad with how the creature or the fucking gate movie or whatever.
Yes.
Those little fucking demon things were terrible. But the clowns actually looked scary. Like, you knew they were in this weird mask getup, but at certain parts, and I think the lighting helped too. There was a lot of good lighting on that they used.
Really was. For
like how they made the clowns appear and everything.
Yeah.
I think that helped with the
stage and prop department on that was just, I mean, just the stuff they created was fucking amazing. I loved it. When I think of all just the colorful backgrounds, the circus part, the tent aspect of it, it was very cool stuff.
I thought so too. I love the fact that they leaned into the circus stuff. Like they encased bodies in cotton candy.
Yeah.
Like that's shit like that. Their spaceship was a giant tent.
It wasn't just like the entity that came to Earth and decided to kill people. There was like everything came with the clowns.
Yeah. And then the popcorn gun. That was hilarious. God, what else was it? There was a lot of other stuff. They just totally leaned into the whole clown lifestyle about this and worked a lot of the tropes into the movie with like a horror twist to it.
Yeah.
That I absolutely loved. When they kidnapped the girl at the end and then like 10 of the guys get out of that little car. Like, come on. That is fucking hilarious.
Oh god, yes. The pies were great.
Oh
the pies were great.
Yeah.
They basically turned people
the
into
acid
liquid.
Pie.
Yes.
Yes. What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
Is that what you say every time you walk past a bakery?
Yeah.
You ask them what they're going to do with those pies?
But I usually buy a pie.
Well, that's fair. You got it.
They say sell them, and I buy one, and it's actually kind of an awkward conversation. But I have to do it every time.
And then you tell them the entire premise to Killer Klowns from Outer Space so they understand the joke.
I do, and they ask me to leave.
I feel like you don't tell them the whole scenario. It's just like every time you go there, they get a little bit more of the story, just like continued on.
I would love
that. Yeah, I lose focus, and I continue on to the next thing.
He also loses his pants, and that's why they tell him to leave.
No, those were gone beforehand.
I love that when they wrote this, that apparently it's 3 brothers who wrote it, but they knew exactly what they were, like, leaning into it. Like, we're gonna make a cheesy clown horror film, and we're gonna lean into all the circus tropes. They weren't like The Gate, where they tried to be serious. Like, it was good. It was funny. It was a good mix of funny and scary.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Probably more so scary if you hate clowns.
Yeah.
I do hate clowns.
Yeah, I don't have that fear, so I can't, like it
I don't either.
Was like creepy, but not like scary.
I don't have a fear of clowns. I think they're ridiculous and they dress like jackasses, and that makes me want to not be around them.
I'm similar to John.
I just wanna point this out. John dressed up in a clown outfit a while back and went walking down the street, and his wife was chasing after him to get him back. It was great.
It's true.
I don't have a problem usually with the sight of clowns. It doesn't bother me, but a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they're just annoying as fuck. And they're some of them are just annoying people. And if you punch them, then you go to jail. How's that fucking fair?
But if you punch them in the nose, then it makes a ha 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 sound.
Oh, yeah, I just go right for the groin.
I don't... Does it make the same sound? You know, like the red ball that they have on their nose, they just have two. That's their testicles.
You know what crazy? It just has them start vomiting. I don't understand it. I would expect some kind of funny joke. No, there's nothing. It's just a sad guy throwing up.
Aw.
Kick me in the nuts for a joke. Could you imagine that?
I don't know. The way that they made these clowns like 8 feet tall with giant prosthetic heads with still functioning like motions of the eyes and stuff. They didn't make them 8 feet
tall. Remember the short one?
There was a short one, but the other one,
yeah,
the other ones were absurdly tall. Yeah, and the way that they slowly kind of like meandered, that added to the scary, creepy aspect for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't walk normal like someone in a costume. They really pulled off the whole, that's a creature there.
Yeah.
It was good.
They did kill a dog in this. I was upset by that.
Well, technically you never know.
Well, I guess that's true.
They grabbed it, but you have no idea.
They could have at least showed that at the end.
It dying? It dead? What?
No,
what do you mean?
Like
it's saved.
That it got saved. I'm gonna assume
like,
that everybody got
here
saved,
for the answer?
mainly the dog. But yeah, what'd you think of the giant Clownzilla thing at the end?
Yes.
That's what you thought? You literally thought yes?
Yes.
That's kind of my one. Like, I like it because it establishes a bit of, okay, what are the clowns feeding? Like, why are they collecting all these people?
Yeah.
It kind of gives you some ideas, some theories that you can go around. But it is my least favorite clown out of all of them. Like, it is some massive overlord Godzilla clown that... It is my least favorite, and it's not exactly a huge favorite ending with him in it. I'm happy that the spaceship blows up, but I don't really need that guy.
No, me neither. I feel like they could have done a little more with that part.
I think they made up with it with all the clowns and all their fucking different weapons that they all had.
That is true.
I do.
I like that, because that was more terrifying. Like, oh god, they're crowding!
Or the fact that the ice cream guys had sex with the 2 female clown killer things.
We assume, yes.
We don't know for sure. We're only under the assumption.
Oh, I believe that's a hard assumption.
I mean, I know what John would do in that circumstance, and they seem to be about the same intelligence level, so...
Hell yes.
Yeah, and they even made a point in the beginning. Like, they were trying to get, like, free ice cream and stuff, and they still couldn't pick up any girls.
That's true. But then
they can't be picky at that point.
Then those slutty clown aliens come to town, and they're getting it good.
Hey, man. Outer space sex could be great. We don't know.
That's true. The fact that they have the same anatomy as us is pretty slim, but I guess there's a chance it could happen. Also, if you're in a ship and you're afraid you're going to get killed, and 2 of the aliens, being female, start coming onto you, you're not going to say no. For fear of your life.
No, because that could be your last moment of your life, and that's kind of a way to go.
That's true. It's
I might say no.
It's a survival thing, Matt.
It's not. Every horror movie would tell you you're fucking wrong and you're a dumbass.
No, explain.
Anybody that gets any sort of action is either the main victim, in which case they go through a shit ton of problems, or is going to die 10 seconds afterwards.
Valid. Every person in sexual intercourse of any sort usually does die.
So I know where you're going to stand, and I know exactly how John's going to die. Congratulations, buddy.
You know, there are worse ways to go in all things.
That's true.
There are. I just hope that they don't interrupt you while you're in the act of. That's the sucky part of it.
Usually... Well, that depends, because sometimes they'll get, like, right when you guys are, like, starting, like, you won't even really get into it. Like, sometimes the killer gets you on there, and then you're like, what the fuck?
I don't know, the new Friday the 13th, I'm pretty sure that they finished before they were murdered.
I haven't seen it, so...
I don't know about that one.
I hope so.
The new one, they really made him, like, he has a lair, and he's setting traps, and he's more, like, human and tactical than just... the menacing just shows up at your door or in a window and grabs you type guy.
You mean like Myers?
That makes a lot more sense that they're stressing preparation with these serial killings. It makes a lot more sense.
I liked it and I didn't like it at the same time. Like, it kind of took away the mystery of Jason, but at the same time, it made it more realistic, I guess. Because you're like, what the hell is he doing when he's not killing?
We just got off topic again. BTW.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We didn't watch any Michael Myers or Jason movies.
But that's fair. That's fair.
We are trying to establish what makes a great movie overall in a horror genre. So that's what we're doing.
Vaguely, yes. Vaguely.
But I there's got to be a horror film where people have sex and they are not killed, either mid or shortly thereafter.
I'm sure that there is. It's just insanely rare. The percentages would stack way against your logic.
That's true.
That's the problem. It's not a question of could you, it's a question of the odds are against you.
I think all in all, I'm dead.
Yeah.
As soon as I said yes to that, I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Although, not saying they did have sex, but they were alive at the end of the movie.
I've already kind of figured out who would be dead and who would be alive, and I think that you and I, John, are both dead. Tiff, I think, actually might live.
I feel like Tiff is gone.
I know you, because the fact of the matter is, Tiff, is because you have so little faith that you would, and you have so little want that you would, I think.
You know who Tiff would be from this movie?
Oh, Jesus.
She'd be the shopkeeper. The one where the clown is just going around the store looking at everything, and you're just standing behind
and
the
I'm just
counter.
like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Can you please leave?
Can you...
You're making a mess on the floor. Can you stop? I'll be like that fucking girl with the bear.
Yeah.
It'll be a clown. Clown, just go away.
Yeah. That'd be... Matt would be the cop. The old grumpy cop.
Yeah.
The grumpy cop whose girlfriend is going for someone else, or ex-girlfriend.
Here's the thing. I would definitely drink on the job. I would definitely be relatively skeptical. But if I had multiple calls like that, I would definitely go and figure out what the fuck's going on.
That's true. Plus, at some point, Matt's definitely going to have one of them clowns' arms up his ass, working him like
Probably.
a ventriloquist.
At some point.
It's inevitable.
But I hope to at least kill one beforehand.
I can't even go drinking with a guy without my hand being in his ass.
That could just be a you thing.
Oh.
Could
usually.
be. And that's usually just the guy next to me. I don't know why you keep doing that to the poor stranger. Keeps getting us into trouble.
John.
This is why I haven't rescheduled guys' night, John.
That's fair.
John thinks everyone is Matt when he's drunk. To cover your butt.
He's a fun guy to drink with, but too much ass tickling.
Yeah.
This sucks. I don't really have a lot to say about this movie. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. I really liked the parade aspect. That was really entertaining.
Yes, 100%.
You know what that drives me back to is when I first saw this movie and I saw that parade, I started thinking about the original Batman movie with Jack Nicholson in there. No, it would be the Joker. Yeah, and when he had his parade and he was going to gas up the entire Gotham and everything, I thought...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I love that part.
Yeah, I started thinking of that and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
Again, they just worked in so many, I swear to God, they made a list when they wrote this movie of just, all right, here's everything. All right, clowns are known for parades and popcorn. I don't really know if clowns are known for popcorn, and then
I think it's more of the circus. I think they took the circus
it's
as
like
a
they
whole.
made a list of all that and then just wrote it all into the script, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever say, and I know they made a second one, but
No.
I don't know
Did they?
if... Yes.
Really?
Oh, yes, there's a second one. I don't think it was as impactful as this one, but I don't know if it necessarily needed to be either. I don't think that they needed to make anything more of... This is what it is.
No, yeah. This could have easily stood alone and not have any sequels, prequels, anything made.
Yeah.
It was good.
And I don't think anybody coming out of a movie theater would be disappointed in this, or should be. I think that it was a good movie.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so it has the guy from the original one, the main cop guy, Mike Tobacco. Apparently, is his
Mike Tobacco.
That's his name. His name is
I don't
Mike.
remember seeing his
Mike
last name.
Tobacco.
I like that.
That's funny.
Did he cost only fucking $1 in some sense, or?
He actually paid to be in it.
47?
All right.
Is that it?
So
I think it was $1.30 something.
That's
the
fair.
Return of Killer Clowns from Outer Space in 3D is what it's called.
Yep.
they did the 3D thing. I bet you.
Yeah, but this was early 3D. This wasn't like 3D you're thinking
No.
of. This was super early.
No.
3D.
I expected it to be on the earlier side of 3D. I didn't expect it to be like 10 years ago 3D. No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. So it never came out.
What?
It was supposed to come out. Hold on.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. Is it even available for viewing, or?
I guess not. It said they were so close to making it for sci-fi back in 2018, but it never happened.
That sucks.
So they must have had it in development, and then all of a sudden something went wrong, and they stopped production.
It sounds like it was super close.
It could be that they just determined this, you know what, it's not worth it. This is not what this movie's for. That's very possible.
But you got the original guy and the writer/directors, the three brothers I told, they were in charge of it.
Yeah.
So it might not have actually been that horrid.
It's possible, but I mean, that concept, maybe it just wasn't worth another movie.
That's fair.
It was, after 30 years since their last invasions, the Klowns once again tried to take over Earth. Although they were all killed, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they filled in the blanks.
There's still potentially a race of beings.
Yeah, that's the thing. There was just a group. The group that we saw died, but we don't know if that was the whole planet of wherever they came from, or if it was just a scouting kind of thing.
That's true. Yeah, no, I'm sure they could have wrote it in.
And we don't even know if they died. I mean, a fucking ice cream truck survived the goddamn explosion. So.
That is accurate. We don't know. Yeah.
With two idiots in the back seat, too, I must admit. So
pretty sure the big clown did die. Like, we saw him poof.
Yes, he did die.
That's for certain, but...
That's true. Also, I just want to bring up this little tidbit, this little nugget that I came across while looking up Killer Klowns from Outer Space 2.
In the past 5 minutes?
Is a movie from 2003 called Killer Klowns from Kansas on crack. Let me say that again because I screwed it up. Killer Klowns from Kansas on crack. Crack is spelled with a K.
Oh, that's our next movie.
Is that just like what A House of a Thousand Corpses could have been in the past? Or
after being fired from the rodeo, 3 clowns and a giant chicken get involved with mind-altering drugs that send them on a bloody rampage across Kansas. Pursued by a U.S. Marshal from Utah who specializes in clown cases, they become dangerously entangled with a swindling cult leader whose truck, full of scammed cash, they have stolen to pull their trailer.
Please tell me that in that movie, we actually get a little background on what it means to have a cop who specializes in clown cases.
I certainly hope so.
I want to watch this movie so bad. Killer Klowns from Kansas on crack. I am sorry.
Now.
Yeah, put it up.
I don't think it's a horror movie.
Well, I mean, it'll pull up bills if it's a subtitle of horror. Like, my next one that I'm going to request, personally, from my standpoint, is not necessarily what I would consider a horror movie, but it is stated as a horror movie.
Yeah, I guess as long as it's got the tag, horror.
Yeah, it's got the tag. If it's got the tag, you're golden.
We can't watch porn now.
Whether or not we decide it's an actual horror, that's just opinion.
What is it, may I ask?
My next one?
Yeah.
Oh god, you put me on the spot.
It's my choice next, so I won't steal it.
It's called Behind the Mask. The story of Lizzie. It's called Behind the Mask, the story of Lizzie something.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yes, I'm listening to a podcast. They just talked about this. Behind the Mask. Hold on. Leslie Vernon.
The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I'm not going to say anything on it.
Yeah, let's not get too into his movie. Yeah, because if it's going to be one that we watch, we want to save that for that podcast, John. Slow your fucking rolls.
Slow your fucking roll before I take a sword to you.
All I'm saying is that maybe we should do like a little special night, like a special movie night. We won't do like an episode on it, but we watch Killer Klowns from Kansas on crack.
Okay,
Why can't we do an episode on it?
Maybe we can do an episode on it. First, I have to find where to watch this.
We can do an episode.
John, it's our fucking podcast. We can do what the fuck we want.
We have certain rules.
I love it that the audio cuts Tiff's voice out. It's very helpful.
All the time.
It does. It does. I don't know what to tell you.
Nope, that's 3 minutes. That's just the trailer. God damn it. I'm going to find this movie. But anyways, yeah, I meant that I don't really have much more to say about this movie other than I watched it when I was little and it legitimately scared me. When they stuck the twisty straw in the body and was sucking the blood out. I was little and now every time I see its twisty straw, I assume there's a clown somewhere that's about to suck blood out of a decomposing body covered in cotton candy.
All right. Note to self: pick up a bunch of the curly straws and stick them in John's yard.
and cotton candy. But I mean, if you even then though, like I was probably like 8.
You don't need any more cotton candy.
Maple bacon cotton candy.
You sons of bitches.
Do.
That's I don't like cotton candy. It's
but
weird.
maple bacon cotton candy, come on.
I think you're the only one that actually really likes that. I'd rather have regular cotton candy than maple bacon.
I didn't actually try it. I just saw it at the fair.
The fact that you didn't buy it makes me disappointed in you.
No, I was too busy
that makes
eating
me question your advice and your own experiences.
Your credibility went right out the window.
Are you just a NPC?
I was eating alligator. Thank you very much. Instead.
Ooh, how was it?
It's all right. You guys might like it because it had I think it was like a Cajun seasoning on it, so it was a little bit of a bite for me. So you guys might have liked it.
Were you eating the tail or the legs or what?
The penis.
It was just deep fried nuggets is all that I got.
That's what that
I don't know
is.
what part
alligator
of the...
testicles.
It could have been their
Alligator
testicles.
tail's pretty
Who
good.
knows?
It's a lot like it reminds me of frog legs.
I like the alligator ground up meat in chili. It's very good. It's very good in chili. Yes.
I'd try it. I would definitely try that. You can put anything in chili.
So now that we've completely gone off topic, even from the whole genre of this whole podcast.
Because before I was trying to tell you that when I watched it when I was 8, I didn't think it was too scary, and it held my attention for the whole movie.
So you fucked it all up. You fucked it all up.
You guys were the ones that didn't shut the hell up and started talking about alligator balls.
You didn't have to. No, we talked about cotton candy, and you could have stopped that conversation right there.
This is all your fault, and you know it. You know it's your fault, Tiff.
It's always my fault, but I'm never going to admit it.
That's true. She's the one that lets everybody else take the fall while she slowly fades into the shadow and laughs.
I start the argument and then watches you guys just fucking go off with it.
This is why she lives in the horror movie.
That's true. She always tells us she's the first one dead, but I think she has a plan, and somehow she'll stab us all in the back.
Well, like every other horror movie, I'm the first one to die and then end up being the actual killer, so...
Oh, that's the coolest character to be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually believe that.
Yeah, 100%.
Excuse me while I go plan my next move.
I would tell anybody, if you haven't seen this, get a group of friends together, grab some beers, grab some nachos, and watch it. It's fantastic.
It's a great group friends movie.
But if you're like a horror purist and you're like, it's got to be scary, then I don't know. I guess maybe it's not for you.
Okay, first of all, if you have a certain requirement, if you have a requirement of watching movies that are actually terrifying, you shouldn't be listening to this podcast. We said we were doing cheesy horror movies, all right?
That's fair, yeah.
Well, we might do some horror movies, but I mean,
well, yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Horror is subjective. Just like comedy.
It is.
This might be scary to somebody who has the fear of clowns. This might be very scary.
Yeah, you'd have to have a phobia of clowns, yes.
Yeah.
If you had a legit fear of spiders, arachnophobia is scary.
Just so you know, I'm not watching a spider movie and you all can fuck off.
What if we watch It? He turns into a giant spider.
I will watch It because I can watch It. I've watched that movie and I can handle that, but I cannot watch Eight-Legged Freaks. I cannot watch Arachnophobia. I cannot watch any. I will literally start to get paranoid and grossed out. No.
Eight-Legged Freaks makes light of death. That is what Eight-Legged Freaks does. Because I've seen Eight-Legged Freaks. I assume we're never watching it because if Tiff's not going to watch it, then we're not going to watch it. And
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to do a fucking special when I'm not here, but I'm not.
Well, the special actually, maybe once if we get a following going, we can get people to donate to a certain threshold to make Tiff watch spider movies with us.
Yes.
And then we'll just put the camera right on her face so she's
only if I'm allowed to drink that night. heavily.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want you to be overly emotional while you're also freaking out inside.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
For sure.
Perfect.
That's a good question, though. That's a good question that leads me into this, though. What are our phobias? Because it's not just fair that we do that for Tiff. We should do that for everybody. So what's your phobia, John?
I don't really know. In all honesty, heights.
Get one for the next episode.
It's heights, but I don't really. You can't translate that to film. Although I watch those videos of people that run across like the edges of skyscrapers. And or
glass bridges.
Yeah, I legitimately have to put my phone down sometimes because I'm like, wow, that is too much. But
I don't think we're gonna find a horror movie.
God, I don't know what's something that gets me in a horror movie.
We could find something. I'm sure that there's something.
You don't need an answer. Yeah, you don't need an answer now, John. But it's something maybe we should think about. If we are gonna do that to me, I would like to not only be the one tortured here.
Well,
because
in all honesty, like when movies do like rape scenes, like The Hills Have Eyes, that genuinely upsets me. That genuinely upsets me. Yes, that one.
Great.
Yeah, that legitimately is uneasy for me to sit
is,
through.
Her revenge is so sweet.
But I mean, I don't really want to be like, hey, donate $2,000 to watch a bunch of horror rape scenes with us. So I don't know. That one doesn't really translate great either.
Maybe in some crowds, but I don't think it's the crowds we want.
That's also accurate.
We don't want those fans.
John, get a better phobia, you fuck.
Well, mine would be pretty hard to do too, because mine is literally I'm not really afraid of heights or anything, but like mine is dying in a way where you can't do anything about it, such as either A, being confounded and then tortured, or B, stuck in a cave-in and you're just stuck there dying, or something's going to kill you.
So buried alive.
Yeah, that would probably freak me out.
Buried alive? Well, that's not really a scary movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily a scary movie, though.
There's an entire Ryan Reynolds movie where the whole movie is shot where he's buried alive for the whole movie.
Isn't that like 127 feet or some shit like that?
No, it's about the guy that got his arm stuck in the rock and had to cut his hand off. I think it might be called Buried or something.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's I think what it is.
Yeah, I'll look it up quick. But,
unless we do, what about like The Descent or whatever the fuck that is, where they like go diving in caves, but then there are these fucking creatures they run into, and it's like they get stuck in, like they're in water and shit. I don't know if that would, because it's not really an enclosed cave. I mean, it's a cave, but not like close space death.
I watched it. That movie took a long time to get going, and then there really wasn't.
Oh, was it a slow one?
Yeah, and then it really wasn't a whole lot going. I mean, Buried. It was literally called Buried. Yeah, I don't know. That one, I didn't think it was all that crazy, scary or anything.
Fair enough. I don't know. I only saw trailers, and it did look kind of freaky.
It did, but all the kind of good jump scares were in the trailer. That's one of those. Yeah, I hate it when movies do that, especially like comedies and horrors. It's like, well, you ruined the whole purpose of going to see this.
Yeah, Renfield is a good one, actually. Like, all the good stuff is in the trailer, so when you watch the movie, you basically just watch.
Actually, crazy thing is, I got Jordy to watch that one, and it is crazy gory. She doesn't like gory. There was a lot. There was a lot.
Gory. I've seen worse.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why it's like.
There's way worse, but yeah, that's not really her cup of tea. But she sat through it, and she actually kind of liked it.
God, Renfield was so great.
I haven't seen it.
Not what we're talking about.
All right, should we get back?
I recommend it, Matt. It's hilarious.
Should we get back on topic now? Are you done, Tiff? Are you
no,
done
let's just no. Nick Holtz, man. Nick Holtz. He's great. Nick Holtz, man, he's great.
That's the guy who played Renfield?
Renfield, yes.
Is the guy who played Renfield hot?
Yes, he's from Warm Bodies.
Oh, yeah, Jordy's on part of that.
Oh, boy.
All right, so let's give it a rating. I mean, I'd love to sit and talk more about this movie, but it's clever shit, great writing. There's only like a few bad parts, but other than that, I love it. I would almost give this like a 9 out of 10.
I would give it.
I would also.
Well, continue on, Tiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna agree with John. I would agree with either an 8 or a 9 out of 10.
Full smash rating for me.
Yes, I agree. Full smash, because this one was not disappointing.
I would give it a full smash. I would give it an 8. It's a classic. I'm trying to normally, I would probably give it a 9, but I know that I grew up with it as a kid, so I'm going to back down a point and give it an 8.
I feel like I feel like we should try to keep track of the movies we've watched and put them in order.
Mm-hmm.
Like what we think was the best, and then just kind of work our way down.
I think you're going to hit a lot of gray areas doing that.
Once we get further in, yes.
Yeah. But I think we should keep a list.
You would need to have a whole ranking system made up, though.
Yeah.
Like what are you judging on?
We'd have to go way more in depth with like set things to judge it on, but
oh no, a podcast about horror movies would have to go in depth about their horror movies? I'm just kidding. I know it would be complicated. Relax, everybody. Jesus.
I think eating alligator has made you an asshole.
I think that we need to get some C4 in her apartment and remote control that shit.
Okay, I wanted to point this out, though.
I have C4. It's
in
the
this is the wrong intruder. Hold on. The intruder 19. What was that, 1989?
7.
It's 89. You big poop head.
I don't know why you expect me to remember this shit.
I wanted to look up the budget for this film so that I had something to compare it to. Oh, fuck. That does not help. All right. So The Intruder that we watched had a budget of $130,000, which is super low.
That's very low.
They did pretty well, actually, with that.
Killer Klowns from Outer Space had a budget of $2 million.
Okay. How much did it make?
We'll tell you that in a second. The Gate, that horrible god-awful thing, had a budget of $6 million. All right, Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
See, The Gate is literally primarily why I don't want to give too much credit to Killer Klowns, because it's childhood, what the fuck am I looking for here?
Nostalgia?
Nostalgia, thank you. Yes, childhood nostalgia. And there are people that probably feel the same way about The Gate that should not be given a high ranking because that movie sucked ass.
Yeah.
You can like the movie The Gate, but don't be in denial.
No, you
can't.
A terrible movie. No, you can't. Shut up,
yes,
Jesse. You can't like it. It's a terrible movie, and anybody who likes it should be shot.
Wow.
I don't really know how to read these numbers, like, at all.
Numbers are hard.
It says that it had a budget of $2 million, and it made $43 million at the box office.
It's possible.
So, I mean, that's good, but then it said, like, the first, like, people also asked thing, you click it said, did Killer Klowns from Outer Space make money? And it said it was a box office flop, making just $80,000 on a $2 million budget. So did it make $43 million or did it make $80,000? I don't fucking know.
Well, you're going to have to figure out what source you want to use.
It could have potentially did both.
They could have been talking about opening weekend.
Yeah, it could have sucked on opening weekend.
Oh, I guess. All right, I didn't think about that.
But then another weekend they hit box office hits.
Yeah, there we go. Hard smash rating. Go check it out. Get some beers and friends, and or watch it alone. You can watch it alone. That's fine. Just don't masturbate and make it weird. Just laugh and have a good time.
You can if you want. What the hell? Why you got judged, John?
I'm gonna judge. I'm going to kink shame. If you're masturbating to this film, you have a problem.
John, are you masturbating?
John,
right
you have
now?
a problem.
No, I don't know how to mimic that I'm masturbating, and that looked terrible. Like I was shuffling cards. All right. That's it. That's all I got. You guys make me feel bad about myself, but this movie was really good and it did the opposite. So there you go. Go see it. That's it for the podcast. Make sure to check out our socials. We are the Slasher Smash Podcast on Twitter, now known as X. I don't know. Instagram, Facebook, hit us up. Join our Discord and watch these movies with us because it's fun. Yeah. It's like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but with us three idiots.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I got. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Too much ass tickling. Is that why you turned down the F buddy? Because you're fucking with birds?
Yeah, totally.
I just shit, so I'm so excited to do a podcast.
Oh, yeah, I just go right for the groin.
Support local. Penis.
Outer space sex could be great. We don't know. Hold on.
Killer Klowns from outer space. Yeah,
I'm so happy I have that on recording, but I'm so mad that I haven't introduced the show yet.